I have chores to do, but my wife is working, so I don't want to be in there making a lot of noise. So, yeah, we like to do the weekend cleaning before the game. And since the game moved from Sunday to Saturday, it means my chores have moved from Saturday to Friday. So it is what it is. I'm not complaining. I mean, I'm one of those people that loves to have, a beautiful house that's clean and, it's nothing fancy, but we keep it clean and we take care of it and everything. So I was out in the backyard yesterday cutting down bananas. Daylight come and we want to go home. Yeah, we've got some banana trees in the backyard. And hopefully they'll still be back there by, you know, the next couple of months because that near freeze we had down here, boy, let me tell you, the bananas did not care for it at all. They were not happy about that. But I am building the upper chassis of this freaking dreadnought, which I had no idea how big this thing was going to be because it's like just the legs, not including the hip section of this thing, is almost as big as a Warlord Titan. So that's pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. It's big. And, yeah, kind of feeling bad. This guy I bought some stuff from Etsy. I gave him a whole ration of shit, but about the fact that, it shouldn't take him 2 months to send me stuff from freaking Pennsylvania, right? And he's like, "Yeah, dude, I'll get and he like did everything he could to like, make me happy. And I was like, "Cool, okay, cool. That's what we like, right? You order stuff, you have a problem, the people you ordered it from, they fix it. Awesome." Well, of course, yesterday, the first item, which I have been waiting for literally months, uh, USPS says they delivered it to my mailbox. The only problem is they did. Uh, I went out yesterday. My mailbox had some Legio Imperialis or Imperialis Legion uh, fighter jets for my Imperial Guard guys and a set of Saber tanks. That's what I had. That's all was in the mailbox. So, and it's like I almost feel bad if it weren't for the fact that that order was like $40, right? I mean, that's a pretty big order for all these minis. And the fact that I've been waiting forever. And apparently the poor guy got injured. And there's all kinds of shit going on. And, you know, as things happen, because things happen, right? And then for them to say they delivered it, but it not be in my mailbox. So now I'm all like, okay, you delivered it, huh? Where did you deliver it? You know what I mean? Like, did you put it in my mailbox or someone else's mailbox? I mean, WTF over here, right? So before I even contacted the Etsy seller, I contacted UPS or USPS and I said, look, this thing did not show up. I don't care what your driver says about it was delivered. It was not delivered. So, uh, figure it out, right? And then I contacted that guy and I said, hey, I've already talked to USPS and now I'm talking to you. And see, he can go through USPS, and since the package was insured, he's not going to lose any money on it. However, after you've been waiting for 2 months for some miniatures, it's not even about whether you're losing money or not. It's just really, it's just the freaking inconvenience of it all, you know? And like we've got one of those giant um post boxes. You can put like big ass packages in the box, right? And now I'm starting to wonder if that was really a great idea to do, because it seems like these assholes, they'll put something in a box, say it's there, but it's not actually there. And I'm just like, when we had a really tiny mailbox, they had to get out of the car and actually walk up and put the shit down. And now this is a thing about Etsy. I wish I was a little bit taller, and I wish I was a baller. No. I would be a lot happier with Etsy if when you ordered something, you could be like, look, I want this shit sent to me UPS, right? I don't want USPS jerking around with it, taking a year to get it here, sending it to St. Cloud, and then sending it to Seminole County, and then sending it back up to frickin' Georgia, and then deciding, hey, we screwed up, let's send it back down to wherever. I mean, I'm pretty over that, right? And I'm starting to become one of those guys that thinks maybe the United States Postal Service should just be like, I don't know, got rid of, because I'm having a hard time justifying their job. It's like anything that they do for you, aside from selling stamps, I suppose. And let's be honest, who's writing letters except maybe lawyers or something, right? But any service they provide, you can 100% get better service from UPS or FedEx. Your package will get there quicker. If there's an issue, they will fix it immediately, even if that means sending you a brand new package. For the most part, no questions asked, unless, you've done it a whole lot. Like I said, the story, I was sending stuff UPS to my brother when he was in Kentucky, and someone kept stealing the package, which was Christmas gifts, right? So they kept replacing them until about the third or fourth time, when they're like, we're going to replace these, but we're going to send them to the local UPS store. And then my brother had to go to the UPS store and pick up the packages. And guess what? It worked out wonderfully. It worked out absolutely wonderfully. It was like, wow, okay, no problem. You go, you freaking pick your stuff up, you go home, whatever. And I understand they were probably getting a little aggravated by the fact that, I'm sending them messages being like, look, man, trying to send, Christmas presents to my nieces and nephew, and you know what I mean? The shit ain't getting there. What's happening with all this, right? But, oh yeah, they handled it, no problems, right? Now let's talk about the United States Postal Service. If you got a problem with anything they've done, you got to go online, right? And their online customer service is apps. What's up, George? How you doing? George, I want to personally say thank you a lot for a lot of the memes and stuff you make. You are not beholden in any way to make them, but some of your pictures you might notice, since you said it was cool, have ended up on thumbnails of some of my videos and stuff. And I do appreciate the hard work that you're doing there. So anyway, George, I want you to know that you're the man. And the one picture of Santa Claus reading a book or checking his list or something, I love that. I mean, it won't let me use it as a thumbnail until I shrink it down, because it's too many pixels or some shit. But I 100% intend on shrinking it down, and then that will become a thumbnail. So yeah, I appreciate it, man. I really do, and I hope you get that feeling that you are appreciated, son. And of course, I use "son" as the Southern saying. I'm not trying to be like any sort of way with you, but what up, son? Like that. That used to be super common when I was younger, by the way. People hanging out and referring to each other as son, even though they were all the same age and, peers in school and stuff like that. Yeah, well, I thank you for saying I can use any of them I like, but I also want to thank you for even taking the time out of your day to make them, you know? That is super cool of you, and I appreciate that. Like I've had tons of followers, even though um, I hate the word follower. I'd much rather use the word, friend, bro, whatever, right? And I've had so many bros in the past, and none of them have ever, like did the did any cool shit like that. So you are appreciated. Like Tupac's crackhead mom, you are appreciated. Okay, I appreciate it. So, so I have developed an anti fan, which is cool. Um, it looks like every video and every live stream I've been posting in the last couple of weeks, someone has went and downvoted all of them. I mean, I don't care, but you know, something to talk about, right? Yep. You know what I enjoy? I enjoy cherry pie. Maybe with a little ice cream. Hell yeah. Mm. Like a good apple pie too. But anyway, yesterday was super cool. We had Bear on for a little while. We had Paul on. Paul's always interesting to chat with. He's a witty guy. We had Satya all the way from the land of the Lapps, Finland. And last but certainly never least, we had Count Von Shadow, as he is known in, blood drinking circles. And I ended up going later than I wanted to because, I mean, it was like, what's up, Nerdy Ogre? How you doing, my homie? It was like there were so many cool people in the chat. I seriously was like, man, like I knew I had to end the chat because it was dinner time and everything, but I didn't want to, man. I was like, ugh. Well, okay, obviously I wanted to because I did, but I was torn because I was like, man, we're talking about shit, we're having a good time and all that, but when my wife finishes dinner and she's waiting for me to come in there to eat, then I mean, time to eat. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Just got to go eat. She made like just a dinner out of appetizers, which I liked. Just little finger foods that we could sit and hang out and bullshit around about what's going on, and I could eat some stuffed mushrooms and what all the other things, and cordon bleu. Tired and you didn't get any sleep, that sucks. That really does suck, bro. I remember when I had that problem, man. It was the worst. And then one day I just started going to bed at like 8 o'clock. And that might seem weird, but I think it was just the old man genes kicked in. You know what I mean? It's like something in my body said, "You're old, dude." And I just started going to bed at like 8 o'clock. And so now, most days when I wake up, I'm like, yeah, well, okay, I'm not going to lie. It takes me a minute to wander around, look at things, whatever. But then after that, I'm like, all right, let's do the thing we're going to do, we babysat some cats a while back, and they tore the shit out of our Florida room. Has like tinted plastic, vinyl, whatever on the inside of the screen. These freaking cats just ripped the shit out of a piece of that. So I'm going to have to take that bit down and pull that out and put another piece over it and attach it and then cut the extra off. I mean, it shouldn't be hard. Shouldn't be too hard. But that does bring me to something that everyone should know if they ever intend to date an Eastern European girl. Nothing will make them lose respect for you quicker than hiring another man to fix something in your house. You'd be better off trying to fix it and effing it all up than you would be hiring somebody to switch out a doorknob or some shit. I mean, I'm not talking about every single thing. Like, if you got cracked freaking foundation, you might have to hire the people to come in that are professional at doing that. But if you want to hire somebody to switch out some doorknobs or some shit like that, you don't want to do that. Because chances are her dad in a billion years never would have done that. And it don't matter how long you're with her, she will constantly be comparing you to her dad. Thinking about running around to QT and getting some caffeine. I don't know what QT is. Dean Powell got the reference there, obviously. Yeah. He is probably one of my favorite Canadian musicians, if you can call him that. I remember when he had that one hit song out for a long time called Show Me Your Genitals. That was pretty good. It was like, these Canadians, man, they're wilding out. Unfortunately, I think he's a Toronto guy, but he might be from Montreal. I don't know. John LaJoie is probably a gas station, like a 7-Eleven. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, you Texans, you got to do everything your own way. I know. I get it. Down here, we have, well, obviously 7-Elevens, but we also have Circle K's. And you can find Circle K's pretty much everywhere. And a lot of them are 365, 24/7, nonstop, always open. Hello, brother. How are you feeling? All right, this guy's going together pretty easy, man. Look, just that quick. Just that quick. And I've got this big ass. Yeah, there's something afoot at the Circle K, Tad. That was so good. Strange things are afoot at the Circle K, or whatever they said. It was still good. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'll tell you what, this boy here that I'm building right now, it is just nothing but armor plates everywhere. Where? Everywhere. No, sorry. That was who? Everyone. Great movie. Okay, so we've got C19, and I'm looking for C10. Well, there's 8, 4, 12. Way to not put anything in any sort of recognizable order. Wait a minute. So C10 is already out. So, okay. Okay. All right. I almost screwed something up. It's not C10 I'm looking for, it's C9. Yeah, make your coffee. Yeah, got some 7-Elevens there too, and some Circle K's. Yeah. Yeah, down here, Circle K's kind of like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. It's kind of just a thing, you know. When in doubt or whatever, you freaking go to Circle K. Which I guess is kind of weird, but then again, maybe not. Okay, there we go. There we go. Had to use a little muscle power there to get that to go where I wanted it to. And it still didn't. It told me to kiss its ass. That it goes where it wants. Yeah, that's how that goes. So, what's going on here? This goes here. This goes here. Yeah, looking good so far. So, what is the problem? Hmm? I do not know. I do not know, but I will find out. Good day. Good day. But so I just ease these back a little bit. That's kind of a good thing. The plastic glue, one of the good things I like about plastic glue and plastic models as compared to like super glue is with plastic glue, you've got a little bit of leeway, you know? It's kind of like a three-way because there's a little bit of leeway when you're in a three-way. It's like that, you know? But yeah. Okay. Get on there. That's it. I just need you to be on there like, okay. Because in a three-way, there's a little bit of leeway, and it's not gay if it's in a three-way. At least that's what I heard from Justin Taylor or Justin Timberlake and Sandberg. Am I orthodox? Well, I try to be, but as people who know, it is a freaking constant, uh, you know, project that you're trying to do. Okay. So now this guy, I mean, it's like, why does this guy have? Well, that's a stupid question. I was going to say, why does this guy have so much armor? But it's like, well, duh. Maybe he don't want to die. You know, in the grim world of the 30th millennia, you know, there is only war and giant ass war machines. Oh, look at this guy. See what he's got.
Yo, I am unorthodox.
Well, no one's perfect though.
Yeah, I'm happy in my unorthodoxy, though.
Well, you shouldn't be happy in your.
Shouldn't that count for something that I'm happy and I'm not hurting anyone?
No.
No? Oh, okay, well, I guess I'm going to hell. See y'all later. Bye. Oh, the flames.
Zadrat, you're 100% right. And here's what's going to make it extra fun, maybe for you, is I was raised Jewish and lived 20 something years that way. And then one day, something happened and I become Orthodox. I think I was reading Dostoevsky. And then I was like, what is this church? I've never heard of it. Yep, Hungar Sin and Love to the Big Bear. And then
Hunger.
you know, checked it out and I was like, you know, this seems pretty cool, you know? My favorite part is how kind of laid back it is. It's kind of like, you know, just, you know, we all suck, so just do the best you can and pray a lot, you know, pretty much, you know. And I kind of dig that, you know, like there's a saying I heard from a priest once, and it's like, anytime you walk into a room, assume you are the worst person in the room. And in so doing, then you'll never have to worry about, you know, being a hypocrite or whatever. As you know, you won't have to worry about, oh, I'm because one thing people do, and maybe even I'm guilty of this, Bear would tell me, I'm sure, is some people they become Orthodox. And this is something that can happen with cradle Orthodox or even converts. And they get so proud that they're Orthodox that they actually start that what they're doing is not good because, I mean, pride is a sin. Even if you're super proud, like, look at me. Basically, you're becoming a Pharisee at that point. You know what I mean? Because you're so proud that you're Orthodox that whether you think you are or not, you're looking down on other people. And you're thinking you're great because it goes back, I think, to Matthew, where the Pharisee is praying in the temple according to the parable, and he's like, thank God I'm not like that guy, the tax collector. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you what, it's kind of a very difficult thing to do is to watch your bullshit. You know what I mean? But yeah. Anyways, Zadrokat, yes, I'm Orthodox. And it is a hugely and fastly growing religion in America right now, especially with Gen Z guys, men, because, they grew up with nothing to look forward to and no cause. And Orthodoxy gives you all of that. So there's that, I guess. But anyway, Bear, how you doing, homie?
I'm good. Just got back from a work outing.
Ah,
Well, at least they bought us breakfast, so that was nice.
that is nice. Yeah. I love
But
that
anyway.
when you get to go out and then they're like, yeah, we're going to feed you. It's like, hell yeah. Now you're speaking my language.
'Twas what it was.
Well, I mean, you're alive. You got free breakfast. I mean, it sounds pretty awesome to me. But then again, maybe my standards as far as how my employee treat me have been beaten down to such a low level that, I'm just happy that they're not kicking me in the face every time I walk around. Back in the day,
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, the city I work for, man, every year at Thanksgiving and Christmas, one of the guys that worked in like streets would fry a whole turkey, like deep fry a whole damn turkey, right? And if you weren't on shift as a firefighter and you had that day off, you could just show up to the Halloween or the Thanksgiving or Christmas party.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, people's wives and everything like that would make all of the sides and stuff, man. So it was pretty awesome, because you just roll in there and it's like, all right. And I don't know if you've ever had turkey fried in peanut oil, but
No.
it is good. I mean, it's a
Take
good
your
way
word.
also to end up in the ER, but
Okay,
other
I
than
can
that, it's
imagine.
also good.
I imagine there are many a mishap when making that turkey, eh?
You know what the main mishap is? Idiots don't realize that when you're doing a turkey like that, right? You have to measure the mass of the turkey and take that into account before you put the oil in the pot.
Yes.
So what happened is a lot of idiots, they'll fill that pot up to like 5 inches up from the top and then try and drop a 30-pound turkey in that shit.
Jesus Christ.
And of course the oil goes off, and you know what happens when hot oil hits open flame like that. Well, now you got a problem.
Yep.
Now there's an issue. And yeah. So, but this guy was a pro, you know what I mean? So, but that is the main thing that like Thanksgiving is a good time of the year. In so far as you get to run around and put out grease fires in people's backyards all day because they're all out there, trying to cook turkeys and being stupid.
Things, right?
They're like, come on, guys, don't be stupid your whole life. And they're like, no, we're going to be stupid our whole life. Freaking count on it.
We choose to do these things and other things before the end of this decade, and one of them is to be stupid when making turkeys.
I guess it's the right of every American to be just as dumb as they want to be, My own brother, a heretic for so long. Well, not that you gave a crap, and then you converted to Catholicism before you saw the light. which is cool because it's like, so close that it's like, man, it's like pretty close. And we'll see what goes on. This American Pope is really pushing to try to unify the church, but I don't know if that would happen, because in order for that to happen, they're going to have to go back on a lot of stuff they've added as doctrine.
Be right back.
All right, homie. My own brother, a shit-sucking vampire. You just wait till Mom gets home. Yeah. Everybody knows that movie, I'm sure. So one of my thumbnails had a picture of the icon, or not icon, the image Sacha was using the other day when he was on the stream. And I got this like message from a Finn, and he's like, why do you have some word that I'm not even going to try to pronounce, some name, on your thumbnail, blah, blah, blah. And I had to be like, because the guy who was co-hosting at that point is from Finland. And I never thought to ask him what any of that shit meant. I just, kept rocking and rolling, right? And so we'll see if he gets back with me or whatever. But Sacha should be happy to know, because you guys know I can't go like very long without mentioning this, that his people are actually represented in Hyperborea. They're very, very rare. They were almost completely wiped out during a war with the Eskimo, but they do exist on the Arctic or tundra of Ling, the plains of Ling, which are basically just tundra, where they live as reindeer herders, hunters, etc. So, yes, you can 100% in the realm of Hyperborea play a Laplander. Now, I don't know if the Finnish people are going to be like, wait a minute, those Lapland people aren't Finns, but honestly, they might have been the first Finns before, all the other Finns migrated in. I don't know. Feels that way. But yeah, they are a very rare cultural group, because, like I said, there was a big war between the Eskimo and the Yakut and the Laplanders, and the Eskimo won that war, and pretty much just about have driven the Yakut and the Laplander guys into extinction. Now, if you're wondering why a bunch of dog sled riding Eskimos are such assholes in this game, it's really easy to say. They all worship Cthulhu, or Tulu, however we're saying it today. Yeah, that's why. They worship Tulu. And so, yeah, they're out there running wild in the street and shit. You know what I mean? But they try and hide the fact that they worship Tulu, but they know. It all has to do with the fact that they're all the survivors from a cult of Cthulhu who lived in Iceland, or Greenland, not Iceland, Greenland, and somehow got sucked across time and space into this shitty ass realm. Not that shitty, but anyway. Which reminds me, also at some point today, in addition to getting the floors and everything done, I need to dig around in my miniature case and make sure I have plenty of the monsters I may need if we end up playing tomorrow, which I'm okay with, but if other people aren't, I get it. I mean, people have had like losses in the family and stuff recently, so it's kind of like you know, a wait and see situation. All right. So, okay, do I want to put the Revelator missile on? Seems like the plan right there. So, and I like the name of it, the Revelator missile. But yeah.
I am returned, sir.
Well, awesome.
I'm glad you feel that way.
I mean, yeah. I can't imagine why I'd be all like,
fuck.
Like, oh man,
The fuck.
this guy
What the fuck?
again. But no, while you were out, I was just talking a little bit about some Hyperborean stuff.
I heard.
Yeah, so Satya will be happy when he finds out that his people are actually represented in game.
Nice.
They're just rare.
May
Your
I share
people
with
are
you?
represented in game, and they're not rare. They're like one of the most populous people ever.
What, Canadians?
The Celts.
Whatever.
The Celtic tribes dominate, like, I don't know, a sixth of the total land area.
I would like to share something with you.
What?
This was a review of Valorous from someone in the United Kingdom who I don't recognize the name of, on Amazon, which said, a charming salt of the earth RPG reminiscent of some of the old school games with its own unique story and interesting system. Ye Old Color Chart is so much fun to roll on. If you're looking for elements of classic storytelling, vast strongholds, deep woods, and crumbling ruins, you'll find it. If you're looking for semi-familiar monsters from your childhood games, creaking hags, hulking beasts, and wretched goblins, you'll find them.
Nice.
It's valorous by name and valiant by nature, daring to be familiar yet simultaneously fresh. It's like an old school adventure. It's like old school adventuring with the dust knocked off. I tickled pink by that review.
Well, one thing I will say about a lot of the Britons, especially the ones with the more posh upbringing, they're very good writers.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a very well written and thought out review.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, damn, yeah. Because I would have probably put something like, this is a fun game, and it might be the game for you, you know, blah, blah, blah. But that guy, he's all like, oh no, we're going to talk about life for a minute, you know. And he actually explained in I think very, very good terms on what is Valorous. So yeah, you should be stoked by a review like that. That's a great review.
Yep, I think it's really nice.
Yeah,
Bob, it would be, except the problem is the back cover is reserved for Ye Old Color Chart, so it's hard to stick that on there, right?
Yeah, that would be like a good quote, like, I guess, to put on a sales page, like so-and-so said, you know, but yeah, I've got it here somewhere, unless I put it in my bookcase because I was reading it. And yeah, it's got like the back cover's got that cool kind of it's like face rip but different a little bit.
Yeah.
And so like anyone, I had no idea face rip was so freaking popular.
It was a popular. I mean, neither, because when I was playing it at the time, most people shat on it.
Yeah.
And they were all like, champions, champions, champions. Like, all right.
But now you know, people are just like, yeah, we want to do some face rip type stuff. And I'm like, Well, that's cool. I'm glad to hear that, there's an audience out there for that stuff. People are liking it. That's awesome. It
Yeah.
actually made me. This is how Valorous affected me. It made me dig out my third edition Gamma World
Wow.
book and like reread it and try to ask myself, why did I not like this? I mean, is it the system or was I just being like, "Meh, this ain't like, other games I played, so now I'm mad, I mean,
Well, I remember back in the day, a lot of people felt the color chart stuff at the time, right, was, and we were all stupid teenagers, so let's not even pretend. A lot of people felt like the color chart stuff was too bebe, too like kiddie. Man, it's colors, it's so stupid type idea, and it's like, no, actually, it was a robust little engine that could do anything you wanted. And the thing that's one of the changes I made using Heroic, having it be the comparative system where you compare your rank to the opposing rank to determine how many column shifts plus or negative you're going to have to roll on,
yeah.
is that you can literally on the fly as a judge or a GM just assign a rank as fast as you want and keep the dice rolling.
Yeah, it looked like that kind of game where you could just
get her done, get to the playing. Anyway, I'm proud of it. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate that. What are you doing there, James? It's got your attention. Don't know what that is. Thank you for showing it to me, though. You're muted, sir. Or did I mute you? Hang on, this is weird. Let me check something.
I muted myself somehow.
Oh, okay.
But what I was saying is, like, you and Doc have really been like impressive because there are so many people on the internet, and believe me, I've been around long enough to see them, right? And they'll claim how they're going to do whatever they're going to do, but whatever it is they're saying they're going to do never happens, right?
Mm.
And then it's like you came out of left field and was like, I'm going to do this. Boom, there it was. Doc was like, I'm thinking about writing a game. He sends me a freaking phone book. And it's like, okay. Like, damn, guys. I mean, I like the follow through, I guess that's what I'm saying. You said you was going to do something, you did this something. And yeah, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I think that's super awesome.
It's funny. You're not the first person to say something like that to me in my life. When I was 17, 18, I managed, because of a youth theater festival, to get cast for a show that played daily. It was a daily high school themed soap opera, right? Shot here in Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
And a year or something later, I ran into this guy, Bob Shields, who used to run the comic store I'd hang out at. And Bob was ex British Royal Marine, lost his foot in North Ireland, and moved to Canada, right? Great guy. Bob was a great guy.
Right.
And we were just talking, like, we ran into each other on the street, and he's like, hey, you want to grab a beer? And I said, yeah. And we went to this little, tavern, had a pint. And he says to me, he goes, there's something I really like about you. I said, what's that? He goes, a lot of guys would come into our store and talk about all the things they were going to do and all the things they were going to achieve. He goes, and then one day I turn on my TV and there you are achieving shit. And I was like, oh, thanks, Bob. That's really nice. Like, fuck,
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Not like I'm trying to gloss you up too hard.
No. I get it. Trust me, I get it.
It's like, yeah, it's so easy, I guess, for people to just not do the thing that they were claiming they were going to do. And I get it, sometimes life gets in the way and you're all like hosed and it's like, wow, this sucks. And, I understand that, but like you and Doc 100% said you're going to do it, did it.
I don't know any other way to be, man.
Well, I mean, fulfilling your word is a good way to be, I think.
I like to think so. That's why I always like to joke with you Christians and say, listen, my view of God is simple in this. When I get before my judgment, if he exists and I get there, he's going to say, you know what? You're a pain in the ass. You did stupid shit, but overall your heart was in the right place and you didn't go to your way to hurt people. You're allowed in, and that to me is all that matters. Not going to church and all the other shit you got to do. That doesn't mean anything to me.
Well, fair. And not completely different from my view in that I don't know, but I do hope that when and if that time comes, because who knows, I may become immortal at some point.
Listen, Shadow's got dibs.
Yeah, Shadow's already got dibs on the immortality thing. That even though I'm completely undeserving, possibly God might overlook a lot of the bullshit and be like, yeah, we're going to let this dude in. I mean, and I actually kind of, and I'm not sure if it's heretical or not, I kind of hope that for like, even like the people who aren't necessarily Orthodox, I kind of hope that because God is good, that if a person is a legit good person, then, I mean, it's not like, oh, well, you didn't go to this church, therefore you're effed.
Well, I used to play vampire with this guy who then became a born-again Christian. And as well as I do, like conversos to Judaism, they're always more of whatever it is than the people who are actually raised in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're hardcore.
Converts.
So he was
zealous.
They're zealots, exactly. And he was talking to me and a friend, and he was going on about this, that, and everything. And we were both like, we were young in our 20s. It's the time you argue about stupid shit. And he kept just saying, the only way to heaven is through Jesus. You have to know Jesus and this and then. He kept going on and on. And then finally I got tired of the argument. I said, so basically what you're telling me is if a guy living in the middle of the Amazon rainforest who's never heard of Jesus, never seen a Bible, never even seen a white person in his life, all he's ever seen is the people around him in anacondas, but he's lived his life perfectly well.
He's been anacondas.
Well, it's the Amazon. He's been a good man. He's done everything right. He's never hurt anybody. He's lived all the tenets preached, but he just doesn't know Jesus. He doesn't get to go to heaven.
And he was like, what I can tell you about this. Supposedly, I have heard, and I hope it's right, that there's like special dispensation for those who have not heard the word.
There has to be. If it exists, if it's real, which I'm questionable on, you believe, I don't. It can't be.
I hope.
You hope. You have faith. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with faith.
I sure hope that what I think is right, because if it's not, well, guess what? If it's not, it won't matter.
Well, and as long as your faith doesn't hurt other people, I don't care. Believe what you want to believe. As I used to tell my students, because I had people from every bit of the place, right? And they'd sometimes get into these weird theological arguments with each other. And I said, listen, what you believe is your belief. And if you believe that this rock in the garden is God, that's between you and your rock. And I'm okay with that until you and your rock start telling other people how they should live their lives and possibly doing harm against them because they don't believe in your rock. Then we're going to have a fucking problem. Otherwise, be good, live your life, let people believe what they want. You're not here to save everybody.
Well, I mean,
and the
not that I want to get too deep into theology, but...
Well, I have a finished statement if you let me finish before you respond, because you might actually like what I said next. What I've noticed in my life, because I've worked with tons of Orthodox people over the years from Eastern Europe, tons of Mormons, tons of Catholics, tons of mostly Anglicans. I grew up around that. All the non-evangelical religions seem to be okay with that. Like, I don't approve, but let them live their fucking life. They're not hurting anybody. The
And that is exactly what I was going to say. It's like, well, if you ain't, you know, I'm going to tell you what you're doing is not necessarily what you should be doing. And you can tell me to go, you know, pound sand, at which point I'm going to be like, well, okay, then. And that'll be
as you wish. Good day. Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you, sir. I told you that the life you're living may not necessarily be the best, but all right. I can explain this one really quick. Phyllis Canis. You got goodness, right? Which we all believe that God is good. Those of us who believe in God. The problem with this is a deity can't be good unless he is also just. And in order for a deity to be just, then, you know, that means people who do horrible shit have to be punished for the things they've done. Now, God is not punishing you. You punish yourself. You made those choices. That would be like saying judges are bad because they send mass murderers to prison. And it's like, no, the mass murderer who woke up one day and decided. But that's a whole different thing than talking about, you know, somebody who was super good their whole life and they just didn't either hear the word or here's the problem. A problem with Christianity as a whole is there's so many words. And some of those words will put people off right off the bat, you know. Instead of hearing the word about humility and forbearance and loving your brother, some of these people hear the word about you're all going to hell and everything sucks and there's just nothing you can do about it, blah, blah, blah. And honestly, I mean, how do you blame the atheist who hears that and says, yeah, I don't care for that? I mean, that God doesn't seem like a very good God, right? So yeah, I mean, but in order for God to be good, he has to be just. And justice means if you do stupid shit, you win stupid prizes, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, anyway, back to role playing and silliness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm happy with what's going on. I got the new campaign starting tonight on my channel, so that's going to be fun.
Well, I have to check that out after I get done with my chores.
We're playing classic 1978 Battlestar Galactica.
Oh my goodness! What rule set?
Using the Margaret Weis Studios Battlestar Galactica game they produced for the modern Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, so okay. Yeah, I would like that better because I was not a super huge fan of the modern one. I mean, it had its ideas or whatever, but I just was like, you know, I'd rather see, you know, the original Starbuck making friends with a clanker and, you know, and all that sort of thing, you know. I just feel like the original stuff was just better. More creative.
I do too. I have a huge fascination with it. I liked it more than Star Wars when I was a kid.
Yeah. Which is why what's his name sued him.
Or Lucas, yeah. He did sue and he did win, which was the sad part. So they had to make some changes, but you know.
So stupid. Droid. Yeah, that's just a word for android. So you're telling me it's against the law for me to shorten the name of an android to a droid because I don't even know how this works. You know, this is the English language, but regardless of that, see the Cylons in the new Battlestar Galactica, they just weren't as interesting to me. I mean,
they weren't as alien.
They were trying to do the whole the Cylons believe in the one true God and the humans believe in all their whatevers. And and they were trying to make it like, I don't know, deep, but it didn't need to be deep. It just needed to
No,
be
it didn't.
humans trying to get the hell away from a bunch of murderous robots who originally weren't murderous robots, but then at some point decided that's just what they're going to do. And
It's a
Balthazar and his evil ass,
Baltar.
Baltar, yeah. And there was like one episode where it showed like an original Cylon, and it was like a lizardy green thing.
No, that's from the old school show where they were lizards.
Right. And then they all had died out, but they had created the Cylon.
Well, they'd been killed. They'd been killed. So what it was is that the Cylons were a lizard creature whose hierarchy was based on how many brains they had. So like the more brains they had, up to the 5 brain or the 4 brain Imperious leaders were the top of their case system or caste system. But they basically were fighting with the humans all the time, and they were getting beaten so bad that they decided that it must be the humanoid form that is the most efficient form. So they built warriors, the Cylon robots, to be their warriors to fight the humans. And then eventually they started building cybernetic brains to do other jobs. And eventually those cybernetic brains created a 4-brained Imperious leader of their own and went, fuck you assholes, and killed their own people off and replaced them and became the Cylons.
A tale as old as time.
As old as time.
Right? F around with AI, create creatures that can think and replicate themselves. And, at that point, just punch your card because you've already created your replacement. It's like, but
'tis what it is.
it is what it is. Yeah, I was watching this guy do a review of dystopian books the other day, novels, and he brought up We. And I remember reading that, but for some reason I thought it was called Z, but it's not called Z. The main character's name is Z, like 403.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like this Russian guy. It's basically 1984, but before 1984 because it was written in like the 20s. And it was illegal, of course, in the Soviet Union. But like it goes into like the people who live there, right? They're not allowed to have names. They're not allowed to do anything unless they're given permission to do it. They have to live in glass cubicle houses so that the people watching them can always watch them. And, eventually Z falls in love with a woman and it don't work out. And they both end up getting taken to this place. But unlike 1984, where the punishment is being forced to see how cowardly you yourself are, they lobotomize Z. So they remove the part of his brain that allows for imagination. So he goes back to being a perfect drone, but he has no imagination at all. Hey, Shadow, how you doing, homie? Which means, he'll never, rebel because he can't even imagine what it would be like to rebel, So it's pretty dark, but then again, it's Russian, so. I was trying to tell Shadow about this, but he was being his usual, obstinate self. There's this really hot Russian chick, and she does shorts about the holidays and stuff on like YouTube. Yeah, I'm talking about We. And she's like, she's got that thick accent, and she's sitting there wearing her jacket, and she's got like champagne, and she's like, some people were born beautiful, and other people were born very ugly. But don't worry about it, because soon we all be dead, and no one will know the difference. Merry Christmas. It's just like, Jesus. You know what I mean? It's like, that's dark. That got dark quick. Don't worry about it. We'll all be dead. And I was just like, okay, I love that.
What was this from?
Some Russian woman that does shorts on YouTube, and like
Okay.
all of her holiday shorts are, like some people were born very wealthy and other people were born very poor. But don't worry about it, because soon we'll all be dead and no one will know who was who. It's like, and that's her
Nice.
answer to like every single inequality in life. Don't worry about it. We're all going to die. Merry Christmas. I'm like, that is so Russian. Remember, I told you in Russia, you don't enjoy life, you endure it.
Yes, that's
That's
true.
like, yeah. But of course, it could be worse. They could be Estonians who are apparently some of the biggest drinkers and refuse to admit they're Slavs, even though they are obviously Slavs. But they hate the Russians so much that they won't admit that they're Slavs. Oh, we got a Bloodworth. What's up, homie?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, good to see you.
Where's
We
Shadow, by the way?
Where's
Yeah, I
Shadow?
don't know
I have no idea where
what's going
Shadow
on with
is.
Shadow.
He's hanging out in the chat, hiding like a little girl.
Yeah.
Oh, I got my camera off. Hold on.
I know he does that. Then I get him on, and then
That's
he
why.
gets super literal about everything. Our argument about elves yesterday was really interesting, and by interesting, I mean frustrating. And
I thought Paul had the best response when you guys started talking about something else. And he said, I swear to God, if one of you says this isn't in the Bible, I'm leaving. Or whatever, I'm going to kill you. Or whatever he said. It was funny.
Well, no, it was because Shadow made the argument that elves aren't in the Bible. Therefore, the fact that they're mentioned in Proto-Norse mythology doesn't matter. And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure penguins aren't in the Bible either. But I do know that I've been to the zoo and actually saw penguins. So, it's like, what exactly are we talking about here, But anyway, Shadow's my man. He always tries to keep me leveled out. Except when he starts getting hyper freaking literal about everything, and I have to explain to him what jokes are. And I'm like, Shadow, that's a joke. And he'll be like, oh, okay. Calm down. You're looking for something. Yeah, you are looking for something. I'll give you that. So what are you up to, Rich? What you been doing?
Nothing. I'm going to reboot and see why my camera's not working.
Oh, yeah. Mine did that yesterday. It just decided it wasn't
let me just refresh
anymore.
Maybe that won't work.
Well, it was like, well, I've worked about enough for today. I'm done. And that's pretty much what it did. It was like, so I had to do my own stream without like anybody being able to see me, which probably will make it a very popular stream, really. Oh, Bear, you missed it like a week ago. I'm gonna say
what happened?
Man. This dude came in from Twitch, and the first thing he did is ask Shadow if he was married.
No.
And Shadow's like, yeah. And dude's like, dang it. And like, and Shadow's like, well, I'm married.
Bloodworth's back.
I'm not really into that stuff. And so I was all like, but if you weren't married, you'd consider it, maybe? I mean, what are we talking about here, right? I mean, this dude was hitting on Shadow.
James Bloodworth's back. Please let him in.
Okay. It was so funny, Guy trying to pick Shadow up. There we are.
That's
all right. Yeah, I had my XSplit on earlier, and XSplit was kind of acting up too. I was having a hard time getting it to. I was trying to do a screenshot for a thumbnail, and for some.
Oh. Did it do it again?
Looks like he's having troubles.
Yeah. All right. XSplit Broadcaster. Well, I mean, at least it's not a penis.
Shadow really does attract him, doesn't he? With that pretty long hair of his.
I don't know what it is with him, buddy, but I mean, if there's anyone out there in the audience that's having thoughts, he brings it out of them.
Well, I can only tell you from my point of view, when I bounced in gay clubs, there were a lot of older guys who looked like that style. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Shadow looks like the kind of guy that would pull up to the gay bar, like wearing like the leather vest and the leather hat with like the studs on it. You know, I'm not saying that that's him, but I'm not saying that I can't imagine it being him.
Just because I am dressed like a police officer does not mean I am a police officer.
Right. So, Bloodworth, what have you been doing? What's interesting? What's fun?
I don't think you can hear us now.
His mic is off. Still off.
This better?
Now it's on.
Now we can hear you.
Geez, for some reason, Restream is looking to connect everything up through XSplit.
Restream sucks.
Yeah, it's like it's affordable, but at the same time, it's like, what are you doing?
XSplit, I like XSplit. I mean, I do not like OBS. I cannot figure that shit out for the life of me.
Yeah, I would probably have
people that use OBS, I see that they still have problems with it years after having used it. So it's not like it's XSplit is 99% of the time very, very good. And it is free. So
OBS is one of those things. The problem is they do upgrades, and every time they update something in OBS, it undoes something else in OBS. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I am running out of my rum supply.
Well,
I'm going to have to upgrade. And I have Kraken Gold, gold spiced rum, and don't like it at all.
All right, Paul, that shit's funny.
Huh?
Paul's comment, you young bucks ever heard of Arduin?
You know what? One thing, and I'll probably piss off some people in saying this, but listening to the descriptions of Arduin, I have no interest in that game system whatsoever.
I have no interest in it. Nothing about it interests me other than to see Jackie's flags he made, because apparently they're quite good.
Yeah.
Though that, again, the reviewer that told me that is his father, so suspect.
There's something about it. Like, I mean, I guess now I did get the Burrows in Borderland, whatever that is. So I'm guessing that's kind of like an Arduin Lite. But yeah, something about, maybe it's just the way that Shadow describes it. I have no interest in that game system. It sounds too much like it sounds too much like Rollmaster, the complexity of Rollmaster.
Some people like that. Some people like really complex, crunchy systems.
Oh, yeah. Poor Shadow, too. He's like, I'm not even joining these assholes. I've had enough of that. He's like, I need to take a break. These guys. It's like it's all out of love, though, Shadow. It's all out of love.
Yeah, love's a strong word.
Okay, well, it's all out of something.
It's all out of a deep, deep affection for teasing Shadow.
See, and the thing with teasing Shadow is when you really get down
It's so
to
good
it,
it should be fattening.
when you really get down to it, he's probably the coolest one of us.
I'm no.
You don't think so? I mean,
Motherfucker, you fought in the war. I used to bounce in strip clubs, gay clubs. I was a bodyguard. I've been in films and television. You were a firefighter. Yet long hair hippie McGee hipster from California is cooler than us. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I mean, we don't know everything about Shadow's life, though. I mean,
All right, I'm gonna let you have this moment. It seems to be you.
I mean, you know.
No, I get it. I'm not gonna argue. You
Could've
win this
been
round, sir.
Well, I mean, I'm just okay. I'll take it.
You damn well will. You'll like it.
My life has been
fuck.
just slightly above mundane. That's how
What?
I'll.
Did
That's
you serve?
all I'll say.
Did you serve? But did you go? Did you deploy?
Yes, I deployed, but I deployed for a very short period of time, but
Right.
it's just even that deployment, even the, I mean, the most danger I was in training. When we were doing our live fire, buddy ready, buddy moving, and one of my buddies, hit the tree I was behind about 2 inches above my head. It was like, dude, it's like when I said buddy moving, you're not supposed to be putting down suppression fire above my fucking head. It's like, so that was the closest that I actually came to being shot in the service. Now, I was in more danger and got shot as a 14-year-old on a dirt bike going through a farmer's farm. He got me with assault round from his 12 gauge.
I've been shot. Right here.
Yeah, I caught that round right in the wrist.
Uh-huh.
I still have the scar to this day for
I've
where
also been
we're open the
also
skin.
stabbed, hit by
I've
lightning,
been stabbed.
and lit on fire.
I've been stabbed. I've been lit on fire, hit by lightning, and I've been shot at, and been in the middle of shootouts, but I've never been hit.
Yeah.
That's not
It's
Never
a.
been
I
shot.
gotta say, that's the weirdest fucking feeling. Is that first time, like you're in that situation, like just I don't know how you guys reacted, but I fucking went ice cold. Like it's crazy.
The
how
weirdest
fucking
part is
flat my
like
brain
the
went.
slowdown, where everything is in like slow
Yeah.
motion.
Yeah.
That was really weird.
That's how I get into.
well,
That's how I get in fights. Like I go into slow mode.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And
So I have that thing where I don't produce. My adrenal gland doesn't produce the endorphins. So there's a name for it, it's like neopropylene or
Not
some
good.
fucking term they use for it.
That's a kind
So
of
I get
plastic,
all the
right?
fucking clarity. I get all the fucking clarity like normal people get when their adrenal gland kicks on. I get none of the high. So I'm just like super fucking aware in that
Yeah.
moment, but no emotions,
Yeah.
nothing, just brrr.
Yeah,
Fights-
apparently.
And then later
in
I
fights,
fucking
everything
collapse.
goes slow mode for me, and I don't feel any pain whatsoever. I feel
Well, I don't
nothing
feel any
until
pain
afterwards.
because after I got struck by lightning, I stopped feeling the pain.
Yeah.
I have to actually check myself for injuries now.
Yeah.
All right,
I-
Thomas Covenant.
I
Come
almost-
on the
sure-
fuck down.
yeah. I almost never feel pain in the moment. When I put the pitchfork through my
I
foot
thought you didn't know those bits.
as a kid, I didn't feel that for one bit. Didn't feel that until maybe after I realized I did it. That's when it set in. But
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't
thinking
think of
that
anything.
Shadow may have somehow been part of a cartel or something.
James. You know, I used to work to bring back kidnapped children
Like I said,
from overseas. I didn't work for the cartels. Fuck those guys. I married into them, but screw those guys.
it's hard not to when 90% of Mexico is like
right.
the
And the
labor
worst part
part of
about
a
it,
cartel.
the worst part about it, it didn't happen until like 20 years after the marriage that the family started, saying yes, sir, to those asshats.
Well,
I say
maybe
that
it's
my
because
family
they
gets
didn't
ready
want
to
to
go to
die.
Mexico this month.
Because I mean, the lack of wanting to die can be a strong a strong motivator for being polite to people. You know,
Yeah, they're pussies.
see,
in insurance, I'm looking at Bob Vecna's comment there, and insurance wasn't a thing for Gen Xers when we were growing up. It's like nobody reported shit. It's like everything was here.
This
Here's
apartment.
$50. There was so
Yeah. I'm 55 fucking years old. This is the first apartment in my life ever that the landlord insisted I have to have monthly apartment insurance in. I'm like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? So now I got to pay $30 a month in case shit, which is what I think. I can't remember who was it. Chris Rock said that insurance is they should just rename it in case shit because that's what it's there for.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. I can remember times I was in college. My girlfriend and I were driving back from Christmas, and she was coming up at a stop, and there was black ice, and the car in front of her stopped. But as she put on the brakes, she just kind of boom into the back of the other guy's car. Not a big hit, but enough of one. The guy gets out of his car, and he's got this fucking pissed off look on his face. He's maybe 5'6", 5'7". He's not a big man, and I'm at the time I'm in like the peak of my fucking shape. So this like me, this 6'3", fucking wearing a leather jacket, long ass red hair, huge, climb out of the passenger side, and his face went from angry to really easy to deal with real fucking fast. As he was just like, yeah, okay, so here's my information, and you guys it'll take your grade. Okay, thank you, bye. It was like that fucking fast because we didn't fuck around. We didn't need to get courts and cops involved in everything in those days. Now, fuck, you look at someone the wrong way and they're crying for HR.
You're actually lucky. I was paying for insurance in the apartment insurance in the 90s.
Yeah,
we live in California, so nothing you say is relevant.
Well, that's why I say he's lucky. The rest of the world is probably going to be a lot more California-like, unfortunately, as time goes by.
Why are you such
California, Uberales?
Mhm.
Not pessimistic, just a realistic. I'm actually very optimistic. I'm.
Why do gay guys like you so much?
It's not just the gay guys; it's the gorgeous women too. So
far, all I've seen is the gay guys. So you're spinning a yarn that I have not read the book, sir.
I'll tell you what. I'll send you a link and prove my.
I don't need no. After Bruce, no one is ever allowed to send me links ever again.
Well, you can go to my this morning's video, and read the comments.
I do not want to ever open any link from anyone that watches my show. And I hope people understand I mean that in the nicest way.
Bob, I'm one of the luckiest bastards to walk the face of the earth. Just saying. The other part,
really?
I don't think you are. And the reason I don't think you're lucky is because you live in California.
You got to have some bad with the good, otherwise people would notice.
And it's like,
and again, when I was born here, everybody wanted to live here. Oh wait, they still do.
No one still wants to live there.
Well, Northern California,
you guys are losing seats in the House of Representatives because so many people are moving out.
No, that's not why they're going to lose so many. They're making it so only citizens will count in the census. You're gonna watch a lot of states lose their representatives.
Newsom and Pelosi will still rig that crap. Hey, what's up, Janet?
Hey, Janet. Do you think that Shadow is like an incredibly sexy ladies man?
What the fuck is wrong
Like,
with you?
what is your opinion as a lady?
Is there a word
Chad, you
for
don't
what's
have
wrong
to
with you by any chance?
Honesty, brutal.
Yeah,
Her standards
totally,
have to be.
totally.
I was going to say her standards have got to be pretty high. Hey, no
You
popcorn.
didn't send me any link.
Is there a time you don't kiss someone's ass like that, Shadow? I mean, just wondering, just for the record.
I'm just being nice, dude. It's not a matter of
I'm just being nice. I'm just being nice. I'm being nice.
Yeah,
I don't remember you
I'm
sending
not a
me
bitter.
Well, the gay boys love you, son.
And so does my dog. Actually, he just wants the popcorn.
Yeah, son.
Chewy's a good boy.
He is. See, even
I
better
love
thing-
that word. I don't know why we stopped using it all the time.
What word?
Son.
Song?
Oh,
Down in the South,
Son.
man, anytime we were hanging out and you're talking to somebody, you're like, listen here, son.
Oh, that's
That's an Adirondack Appalachian.
no, that's
chick shop.
a South Bronx thing for middle schoolers
Yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, son.
Yeah, we used to call everybody son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody
Right up where I
calling
grew up,
everybody
man,
son.
I'm waiting
Yeah,
for.
yeah,
I'm waiting.
the northern end of the Appalachians, we used to say, "Listen, son, listen, my son." My son was the other one we used a lot. My son, let me tell you something. You know, it's like
I think it's because of the British.
Irish.
No,
Because they say
It's the
my
Irish.
son a
how
lot.
did that make its way into the South Bronx?
Yeah, it's an Irish thing. It's
not an
absolutely
Irish
an Irish
thing.
thing.
It's like
There's tons of Irish in New York. What are you talking about?
not in Hunts Point, the South Bronx. There isn't. There hasn't
There
been
were
Irish
once
there
upon
for
a
70
time.
years.
Dude,
Well, there
If
might
you
have
said
been
Jews,
at one
maybe,
point.
but that was 50 years ago.
Well, they could have picked it up from the Irish and then carried it over. There's a lot of cross pollination around that
I don't
island of
know.
Manhattan.
even
Son.
more chicken.
The Dominicans, the Puerto Ricans, and the African Americans use son all the time in the
Well, okay. So remember one thing: all of those southern ethnic cultures. If you read Thomas Sowell, he points out where their whole thing comes from, which is British East Coast fishing villages. So, and where did they get it from? Irish fucking sailors coming across the Irish Sea. So
Even more so than that, but what we call ghetto or hood culture is directly the result of Confederate soldiers moving north after the war because they brought that whole hillbilly Southern thing with them to the city. And then the black people started behaving the same way. And then I guess the white people eventually stopped behaving that way up in New York, not down here. We kept it up, but so now you've got that kind of
dog or cat popcorn.
yeah.
For my dog, yeah.
He's always eating
For your
popcorn.
dog. Not
Yeah.
worried about the diverticulitis for your dog.
He's,
So anyway,
he's like
that's what
16 years old.
Paul said.
Mhm.
And
He's
he's
15
got
years old. He's
video.
not going to be
I
around
know
long
the
anyway.
book. It's like black rednecks and white
But I never heard of that either.
whatever, and he goes into detail about how,
Liverpool says you can't have any popcorn.
like, a lot of people don't know this, but after the Civil War, most Northerners would not hire a Southerner, and it had nothing to do with the war. It was just that people up in New York and Chicago and shit thought the Southerners were just useless, lazy.
Sorry, dude.
All they wanted to do is drink and play banjo and have a bunch of promiscuous sex. And, I mean, they said the most horrible shit about the Southern guys, which most of it is actually true. But
I was
still,
going to say, in other
horrible.
news, you know, water is wet.
Right.
What's that line from fucking Family Guy? Oh yeah, we're in the South where all the lazy white guys complain about how lazy the black guys are.
Hey, Satya. How you doing,
Hello.
Bill? One of your
you
countrymen
don't need
hit me
popcorn.
up to ask why you, whatever that thing you had on your thing was. He's like, why are you using, I'm not even going to dare try to pronounce the name because it's Finnish, so F that. And I said, well, because the guy who was on with me is from Finland. So just got done with a game. Nice.
It's not good for you.
We're playing a game
Very
too,
cool.
which is harass the shit out of Shadow.
Yeah, play
Bring
along
it.
at home.
Yeah.
Janet's pulling my chain. I don't know how she even knew I was into that. Aha, right? Joke's on you. I'm into that kind of shit.
I'm into denial.
Well, no,
Please don't
that's like a Skeletor meme.
Mhm.
You know, when they're like threatening him with something, and he's always like, "Well, the joke's on you. I'm into that shit."
Yeah, sorry, my meme lore is reduced. Hey, James, where's your fucking Discord link that I asked for yesterday?
I thought we'd already handled that.
Or your
No,
email
I had not.
address, or any of the other things we've asked you for.
You've got my email.
Where?
I direct sent it to you. S. Because apparently your name on my Discord only shows up as an S with periods.
So, Shadow, how far are you from being monetized? How many more hours you need of viewing?
About 300.
Oh, that's not much.
Wow. That's nice.
Yeah. But since I'm reviewing Planet of the Apes or Cull, and things nobody care about, people aren't like jumping to my videos. Live streams do good though.
But
I'll
the
be
live
doing-
streams count.
Yeah, I know. And I'll be doing maybe I'm not sure if we're going to live play Barrows and Borderlands, but we are going to be live playing Planet of the Apes, Alien, and
Well, if you
some
do
other
play
stuff.
that Barrows and Borderlands thing, you all have to wear like bunny ears.
That's never going to happen.
Oh my god!
I am still looking for a copy of that game though.
Which game?
Bunnies and Burrows?
Yes, yeah.
Bunnies and Merles, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of all the Fantasy Games Unlimited collections, or games from back in the day. The other one I'm looking for is
Man.
Bushido.
It's like somebody
Nice.
was hanging out.
You can still
and
get
then they
Bushido.
watched Water.
I want an old
Down.
copy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
go to eBay.
Oh, I know, but the price is right now is not the.
Oh, really?
buying
It's
season.
expensive now?
Everything's expensive until February 15th. After that, everything will go down in price. Everything.
Yeah.
Does. What's
Shadow's
happening?
like the one guy in heavy metal. He's all like, "Don't worry about it.
I've got an angle.
Yeah,
What's going on in what's happening after Valentine's Day? What
Every
secret do you
year
have
on
for
eBay, it's the same thing. Every year,
Nostradorcus?
I've been doing eBay for like 30 years. Every year, things go up starting September 15th in anticipation for Christmas, and then through the holidays, Valentine's Day being the last day, the day after Valentine's Day, everybody is trying to make money to pay for their holiday or their summer vacation, and at which point they drop prices significantly.
Interesting.
At which
However,
point they drop trow.
However, during this current economy, I do if I put a watch on an item, within 8 hours I will get a offer that's lower than that price. I usually if it's decent, then I'll counter offer, and if they say no, I'm like, okay, I'll wait till February 15th. I'm not looking for one of a kind items. Although right now I am looking for the rest of these books. Bear.
I used to have all of those. I used to have the entire novel set.
Did they go past number 7?
Hang on, I have them digitally. I'll tell you in a second. Give me a second.
Because I could only find 1 and 7 in my collection, and on the back it talks of up to 1 through 7, and if there's more, I'll have to, get them on eBay.
Give me a second.
But yeah, I've been consistently successful with that strategy, Bloodworth, buying and selling.
I'm looking at Bushido
If you
right
count-
now, and it's 25 with $6.22 shipping and handling in the
For
US.
what?
It's
Bushido?
the 3rd edition, second printing.
Okay.
But yeah, you can
So
still- and a few modules that they have. Like, they didn't make that many modules anyway.
No, they didn't.
But yeah, you can get it for. Now there's one in the full box set for 53, but it's in the UK. So the
Yeah,
shipping and handling is $35.
Yeah, I don't buy outside the United States.
Yeah, but no, there's plenty that are. There's some that are just over expensive. You're right, but you could still, like I said, there's one for 25, $6.22 delivery in the United States.
So, Shadow, there were 15 books in the series.
Really?
So that this one
Battlestar Galactica, The Photo Story, Saga, The Star World, Cylon Death Machine, Tomes of Cobalt, Young Warriors, Galactica Discovers Earth, The Living Legend, War of the Gods, Greetings from Earth, Experiment in Terra, The Long Patrol, Nightmare Machine, Die Chameleon, Apollo's War, Surrender the Galactica. And then there were 7 by Richard Hatch, Armageddon, Warhawk, Resurrection, Rebellion, Paradise, Destiny, and Redemption.
Nice. Although
Yeah, and then Tor Books had 4.
The photo novel is just the first movie.
Yeah, so there's technically 14 novels. And then there's a bunch of the comic books that were made over the years. Yep.
Sweet.
I'm actually rereading all the old Marvel comics right now. The old Marvel Battlestar Galactica comics.
Huh.
I don't think I ever owned any of the Galactica comics.
I used to have them all, but I gave them to a friend. Now I have them digitally.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking for these comics.
Planet of the Apes.
Battle of the Apes. Such a basic bitch.
Oh,
I love that. I love that movie.
Yeah, Stern.
Dude, I even pulled out this.
Very different story.
That's why I pulled it out, because it's nowhere near. The first page is already okay. Everything's different. Like, not even the first page. The first sentence, everything is different. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be fun. It's probably gonna be, pretty dated, but I was looking to see how much this goes for, and this is not a cheap book. It's not a cheap book at all.
All right, but I mean, what measure of value are you using? Like, how
Just use the internet to try to buy a copy of it, and to try to buy a copy of it, it can go depending on the printing edition, etc. This is a first print, up to 4 digits.
And how many Filipino ladyboys would that be?
I have no idea.
How many can you buy for that price? Yeah, Shadow, inquiring
How
minds
the hell
want to
would
know.
I know something like that? And why would I even care? I'm not going to buy people. It's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, if you ever change your mind, I know places in Africa where you can get perfectly good slave for like $50 US.
And absolutely nothing's wrong with it, Janet. Some of the old dated games are the best.
See, I disagree. I think there's something definitely wrong.
Wrong with what?
I don't know.
Were you even paying attention?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of great old games out there that
I'm just saying, if he's as bananas as they say he is, whoever.
Are we having the same conversation?
No. This is the thing I've missed more than everything else about the hanging out on these chats. James will have something in his head. We'll be talking about something else. James will say something, and at some point you realize James is not talking about the same shit you're talking about, and we just have to endure it. That's okay.
Do you smell burnt pennies?
It's toast.
Toast. First of all, it's toast.
I understand
Dr.
that, but it's
Penfield.
funnier that
Dr.
way.
Penfield.
You got to.
Only in your head, you Californian.
No, burnt pennies. I mean, what the hell does that even smell like, right? It's like rocket surf.
No one knows, you hipster. That's your thing.
Dude, I know I heard it yesterday, like on this show.
Richard, how the fuck you been, buddy? Long time no see. Let's you and I have the serious, rational conversation of this quartet.
No,
Holy
James.
shit. Once
I love going
Mute
into
him.
tangents as well.
So I decided, Richard,
Yes.
to pick up Port Greeley
Okay.
as like a part 2 to the campaign.
Okay.
Because
we actually ran our
out
first.
between levels like 3 and 6.
Yeah.
And the whole deal is you get hired in Cormoran or Camarian
Yeah.
to go to Port Greeley, which is just down the coast,
Yeah.
and figure out why the lobster fishermen down there have decided to stop selling lobster. And then, of course, bad shit happens because,
Probably Probably tariffs. So,
Yeah, that's it. Tariffs. They're just angry about being tariffed too much.
so
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that is probably not the reason.
yeah, that's probably not the reason.
That is not the reason. But
It's because
hey,
the deep ones are eating all the lobster.
you know, I mean, you say that like jokingly or whatever, but
No,
you could be-
There's deep ones in Hyperborea.
there are, of course.
Yeah,
Who do you think worships Cthulhu
of course.
besides the Eskimo?
Yeah, the Eskimo and Eskimo spelt the Canadian way, I guess, right?
Yeah, because it's spelled AUX.
Yeah,
Eskimo.
IAUX, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, it's spelled different, but I mean,
Yeah.
I know what they're trying to say. And the Yakut and the Yakut are basically just Siberians. Up, see, there goes this thing again. And
Janet, which one? The old bookshelf game like SPI or Avalon Hill, or is this something new?
D&D Dimension. Yeah. So the Yakut are Siberians, and the Tlingit are the tribes of North American Indians that lived like along the coast of between British Columbia and all that. And at some point, oh, and also you got to throw in the Finns. They're also in there. And at some point, a big war happened between the Eskimos, the Finns, and the freaking
Where's my popcorn?
Yakut. And the Eskimos won. So the Finns, they almost drove into extinction. The Yakut are hiding in the mountains. And the Eskimos are pretty much dominating the entire northern part of the continent. And their primary god is Cthulhu.
Now I know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm like so lost in this conversation, port whatever, and then always talking about fucking Hyperborea. Okay, now
Well, I'm just explaining some of the lore of like. So Satya, as I told you on Discord, yeah, you can play a Finn.
Hey, speaking of
Hyperborea.
Discord, any chance I can get that Discord invite, James?
Not while I'm streaming. No, we saw what happened yesterday.
Shadow, do you have his Discord? Can you just link it to me, please?
Who's
'Cause
Discord?
It's like James's.
Yeah, I think I could do that. Give me a second. Hold on.
Okay.
Please and thank you.
Richard tried to get on, and then when I clicked add him, he just vanished.
Okay, I saw that one, Janet. I that's not the one I was thinking of. Hold on. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go over here.
She likes saying
The thing.
pegs when she talks to you, Shadow.
Yeah.
Poor Shadow. That's good. Though. The
Hardly.
Gamer Panel, where we
It's-
talk about Hyperborea all day.
Holy diver.
Okay.
He has
Uh,
been too long in
His personal or his?
I have him as a friend on Discord. I need his Discord server.
Beyond
Okay,
the
that's
North
just clarify. I know. Yeah, you've changed your icon.
Yeah. Because you know me, I'm gonna rep whatever I'm at that point officially like super excited about. It's a
So, like, send you an invite.
I don't think you can invite me to his server unless you're an admin, but if you can just give me the name, I can find it. I don't know why you don't have it on
I
your
just
channel
did.
anymore. You used to have it
But
on
I
your
can also-
channel, James, for your server.
I sent you an invite, but
You
I'm
know
also
what's
going to
weird
send you a
about-
link to it.
a server invites is like after a little while they go away.
No, you can set them to never expire.
Oh well, I didn't know that. Holy diver!
I sent it to you. It's the same. Sending you the link gives you the go-to weird.
I'm back
That's weird,
in.
too. What the hell?
Yay. Now I can catch up on all the memes I missed from Cold Iron.
Hi. So this is what I'm working on today, Holy
Yeah, there's a
Diver.
couple good ones.
This
But
is a War
you
Master,
changed your name again.
and
It's
it's
pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's actually bigger than a Knight for 40K, which is kind of impressive. Because Knights for 40K are pretty big. This thing is the same size as my old Castilian Knight. So, loving it. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to end up with enough Titans to where when my brother visits, we'll be able to just have Titan fights. You know what I mean?
How the hell?
What the hell?
What?
Bobby, what have you been doing? I need you to stay out of my woodshed and stop whacking off. Actually, that was a mix of Hank Hill and the guy from Beavis and Butthead that was always mad at Beavis and Butthead for jerking off in his woodshed. It's like, that might be before a lot of your times, but I thought it was funny. And really, I'm mostly just here to entertain me.
Do we amuse you?
We are not amused. That was Queen Victoria. The horse race game. I've never seen the horse race game, but I have seen like the F1 game where it's got like all the different tracks and the spaces and you roll dice and move and stuff. I think it's called Grand Prix. And a lot of people say, a lot of people swear that it's like the best.
The Hyperborean Power Hour with Dr. Pastor James.
Yeah.
The Ancient Druidic Wisdom of Barrows and Borderlands with Archdruid Dr. Shadow Silversong Moonwind. What's up, Silversong? How you doing there, Silversong? I like Hungar making a list. That's pretty groovy.
Yeah. I like that. He's making a list. He's checking it twice. Groovy.
Bear returns and Count Von Shadow hosts a graveyard orgy. Jesus Christ, Coldane. The fuck, brother?
Yeah, a while back I was super jealous and I was plotting to actually stick a stake in Count Von Shadow to steal all of his hot goth chicks.
Aw, Cold Iron sent me that picture and he says, the memes feel whole again because I'm back. Aw.
Well, you were the ghost of Christmas past there for a while.
That was my suggestion to him. He reached out to me and he was like, dude, I hope my memes didn't piss you off. And I was like, no. Nothing to do with that. I just need a fucking break right now and clear my head. And he's like, okay, but I'm just putting you the memes. I went, well, Christmas is coming up. Make me the ghost of future past or something. He's like, oh, that's good. So apparently he took the advice.
Well, I mean, you are about as big as Brian Blessed, if not bigger.
Brian Blessed is like 5'6" or something. He's like a dwarf. Brian Blessed is not a tall man.
Well, I'll tell you what, that dude somehow manages to make it feel like he is.
Do you want to know why?
His big voice.
Because I'm larger than the world can contain.
Exactly.
He's 1.77 meters. What is that in fucking feet and inches? 5'9". He's 5'9".
Yeah, so it's basically his ability to just scream,
Protect,
and carry on, and people are just like, yeah, that guy seems like he must be a giant because, I mean, just listen to him yelling at Flash Gordon and shit.
Gordon's alive.
Mm-hmm. Dive.
Hawkman, dive.
Yeah. I mean, I know that movie is basically got nothing to do with the actual Flash Gordon. except for some names. But I
No, it's
still
not.
love it.
No, it's. I was reading the comic strips, and it's got some accuracies.
I was
Well,
hipstering some hipster stuff
Yeah,
with
the
some
names.
hipstery
It's
stuff.
pretty accurate about the names and the set.
And then I hipstered some more hipstery things, and then hipster. It was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
That's oh my God.
I mean, I love it, regardless of how accurate it is. But in the comics, Flash was a like decathlon Olympic athlete or some shit like that. At
You know,
least
back
one
when
day.
people cared about such things, yeah. That was a long time ago. I mean,
Yeah, that was like the 30s or 40s. Or
Hi.
Mhm.
Can I help you, sir?
football. I mean, football was just kind of
something.
getting its start.
Are you in
Right?
Europe? You need an adapter?
The cat makes an appearance.
The fuck, buddy?
Life is
You
complete.
got your claws right into me. Thank you. You
He's
fucking
like, I love you.
moron. Yeah, well.
And that's
Love
how
hurts.
cats show love.
Love hurts.
Oh,
I
man.
missed that band. Jay Giles.
Nazareth.
No. Oh.
Well, you mean
Wow.
Yeah, you're right. It is. Yeah, it wasn't even their song. The Everly Brothers wrote it.
I don't care who wrote it. Nazareth killed it.
Yes, they did.
The Hair of the Dog album was freaking epic. There's not a bad song on it.
with the
A son of a bitch. You're messing with the son of a
Celts.
bitch.
Never seen two kids do so much whacking. Yeah.
Never did see
Celts
too
are
much
absolutely-
whack.
The statement still stands. I still miss the Jay Giles band.
Yeah, well,
No,
my
Jake
blood
Giles
runs cold.
did the breakup song, I believe.
Uh-huh.
That's
There.
Greg Kinn.
That's Greg
Yeah.
Kinn. Jay Giles did Centerfold, Freeze Frame,
Love
Did
Stinks.
Jake Giles do Love Stink?
Love Stinks. Yeah.
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 What am I? Is my mic working?
Yeah.
Oh no, it is. We're just choosing to ignore you.
We're just not. We're being assholes. I'm sorry.
Love you, Shadow. Love you like a play cousin, man.
I know. Right back at you.
No, God, shut up. I hate you. This family sucks. I want to go to Texas.
I know, right?
Am I crazy? Or is there more
It's
than
a
one
lot of
in
pain.
Kryn?
Takes a lot of pain. Love is like a cloud.
Is there?
It can
Never
hold
mind.
a lot of
James,
rain.
it's karaoke time. We're just gonna wait.
I'm done.
You know what? I got Google right here. I don't even need to ask you.
That shit was awesome, and you know it. I mean, not my singing, but the actual.
No.
Actually, I thought it was. You have a lovely singing voice, James. Please continue.
No, I don't. Don't lie to me. The best I could hope for if I wanted to be like a actual lyricist would be to like try to be more like a Johnny Cash type guy. So I'd have to write songs with deep meanings, and then basically maybe I could pull that off, you know?
So Shadow just made me think of something when you said "Don't lie to me." You know what? Yeah. Anyway, never mind. I'm gonna shut up. The joke's stupid.
What the hell?
What the hell? What?
I've got this. Oops, something went wrong. Try reloading the page. But you guys can.
But you're right there.
But we can see you, even though we sometimes wish we couldn't.
What?
Yeah.
Now I can't
You-
see
you-
them. Now I did
You
that.
make
Now
the
it won't let
our
me see.
manhelds cheap.
Love Hurts is
There we go.
definitely one of those songs that when you're going through a breakup, you are going to listen to. Just don't worry about it. You will be listening. to
Wow,
that.
holy diver! That's going back. I didn't think you were that old. Breakup song, totally the best. Boys only skate song at the roller rink.
Yeah. I mean, he's
could
not
be
that
old,
old, but you
Or
know,
he could be from Indiana or Illinois. Like he could be from the
but
Midwest.
roller rinks are still
That
things.
shit held on forever.
I thought he was in Utah.
Well, isn't that technically the
You never
Midwest?
know where he is. One, he's a truck driver, and two, he likes to go to foreign lands and hunt and kill things.
Well, you mean slay?
No, I mean hunt and kill things. Like at one point, Holy Diver came down to the south, killed him a pig, or tried to. Good times, man. But anyway, any hoozle.
Well, good news, Bob. He's not using it anymore, so feel free.
Who's not,
Who's not
using
using
what?
what?
By the way, baby,
Yeah.
I have to
Is it
run
too soon?
after work. Bruce asked me to stop and look for some mail at Warren's house.
You know all those videos we watch that end up terrible? They always start out with the wife running an errand.
So are you coming along? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I don't think I trust you, but I'm just saying
Oh, I
that.
thought you were afraid I was going to get eaten by demons or something.
I don't even know what to say about that, getting eaten by demons.
Well, you
Jeez.
said all those movies that are terrible. I thought you meant horror movies.
No, I'm talking about my wife said that she had to go do an errand, but it turned out she was like banging these dudes.
Oh.
And then I found out. So then I got like this huge, like, I did all this shit and took all her money away.
Oh, I thought I ended up in I was going into the basement alone during a horror movie thing.
You're the one that watches that shit.
That's what I thought.
That'll work, Bob.
I don't watch that shit. That's you. You watch that shit.
It's like, oh, I'm going to go check the fuse box in the basement.
In what world would I let my wife go alone into the basement? In no world. Necromancy. Hell yeah. I made a really cool character the other day. I chose to make him Hyborian just because. Or Hyperborean because I wanted him to be like 7 foot tall and really thin and bone white skinned and evil looking. And I made him a death soldier, which means he's a warlock. And his field of magic, he's a fighter mage, but the field of mage is necromancer. And I thought, that's kind of cool, man. I mean, it's a little bit like Elric, but hey, whatever.
I'm a big fan of multi-class characters.
Yeah, there are no multi-class characters in Hyperborea.
What the hell was that you just said then?
He's a warlock.
I could have swore you put like a hyphen in there.
Yeah, I said, which is basically in other games. I didn't say any of this, but I'm going to clarify for you.
Okay.
In Hyperborea, instead of having multiplayer characters, you have the 4 base characters, and then under each of the 4 base character archetypes, you have 4, 5, or 6 subtypes. And one of them under the fighter is the warlock, which is basically a fighter that has also learned sorcery. And when you pick that fighter, you can choose between 4 schools of sorcery. So you can be a pyro master or a cryo master or just a straight up mage or a warlock. And the warlock I rolled up, he has skeletal helper or companion. So imagine this dude strolling through town in a scale armor, 7.5 feet tall, with bone white skin and white hair and violet colored eyes, armed to the teeth with a skeleton following behind, carrying extra shit.
Yeah, I know too many DMs that would just kill that character as soon as he tried walking
Not
in.
Hyperborea, they wouldn't, because that character is Hyperborean. I'm sorry, I thought you wanted Gonzo.
I'm just saying, in my past history, DMs that I've run under just wouldn't be having that shit.
Look, Shadow, I'm not interested in your past. I don't need to know about your body count. I'm just telling you what's going on now. Okay? I think we understand each other.
Well, you might understand me. I'm still working on it.
What I'm saying is, if you want to play a mage, especially if the mage you want to play, you want to have like full access to every bit of armor and weapons and all that shit, then you play a warlock. And then you pick which school of sorcery you feel like would be the best for you.
Hey, James, got a question. What is that spaceship behind you?
That is the Slefner. It is a 32 mil scale ship made up of 11 decks stacked one on top of another and is completely, fully playable on the interior. And since I'm not playing any sci-fi games in the near future, I'm probably going to put it out in my garage for a while just to get it out of here. Because I need more room for shit like this. This is just so far the torso. I haven't added weapons. That's a lie because it's got two big ass demolisher cannons and las cannons built into the hull. So, you know. It's also got twin las cannons built into the knee caps. So, yeah. It's basically the old Imperator Titan, except they took the church off it.
Yeah, I remember from yesterday.
But left everything else. So, and now I need to figure out what kind of guns I want, like the Inferno gun, Turbo Laser Destructor, Vulcan Mega Bolter, no. Melta Cannon, no. Plasma Blast Gun, that sounds good.
Hi, Beans.
Does that still have like charge up rules where it's got to power up so it can't be fired every turn?
I don't know. I my book that is supposedly going to have all of the bullshit, the Collegium Titanus book or whatever should be here tomorrow or the next day. So, you know, we'll see. And then I'll know all about the Titan Legions. I put my age in perspective. Yeah. My younger sister would have been age appropriate to be your babysitter. Maybe. I don't know. But, boop, boop, boop. So anyway, Shadow, what else do you want to know? Because I feel like you want to know things. I feel like you're full of like a need to know. And I'm here to help you out with that for sure.
No, it's a Star Frontier ship, right?
Yes. It's Star Frontiers. But it could also be used for Traveler 2300 or any sci-fi game that does not have artificial gravity. If you were a crew member of this ship, gravity would be produced by either acceleration or deceleration. And that means if you had to do combat maneuvers, you would have to strap yourself into a freaking flight chair and pray to God you didn't just jellify your insides when you pulled like, you know, a 10G turn out of nowhere in space. Because that's how actual physics works. And I'm a huge fan of actual physics. So, I mean, you know, not that I'm trying to be like a hipster or anything, but yeah.
Yeah, a little bit though.
I mean, I could go the easy route with like Star Trek, Star Wars,
Every other successful franchise.
You know, all of these games where they're just like, oh yeah, we got artificial gravity. Don't ask how though.
Actually, they explain it. The Star Trek explains it at least.
Well, that is one thing I will say about Star Trek. A lot of their bullshit, they at least try to come up with a bullshit reason.
They actually talked to physicists and scientists and got consultancies from like astronologists and Scientologists also helped.
Astrologists and Scientologists.
Yeah, they also helped out.
Right.
But no, they there was one of the rules in the old days was don't just make up shit. Give us a scientifically plausible reason or a theoretical reason that this could work.
Like, how does the Enterprise go so fast?
Yeah. So originally it was time warp, but then as another time it just became a bubble of what they call the warp field, which wraps around them, sort of shunting them slightly out of the effects of the universe, right?
Right. It tricks the universe into thinking they're an attacking molecule or some shit somehow.
No, basically it surrounds them with a bubble that is a static field that keeps them out of the space-time continuum, and they move the bubble which the ship is inside.
Right.
That's the way they explain it.
Like
It's crazy, but scientists at the time were like, this is theoretical, so it could happen if the science worked out, right? So that's what they did.
See, when it comes to sci-fi, guys, I am absolutely a pessimist because I don't think there's going to be any sci-fi.
What are you talking about? We live in sci-fi.
I mean, like in the TV shows and stuff. Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to be a thing. We're like probably never going to another star system. We're probably never going to meet another alien. Privet. Yeah, all that shit is probably never going to happen. And I know there's some people in this chat who would disagree vociferously with that. But yeah, I don't know. That's my opinion, though, which if you add $5 to, may get you a cup of coffee, I think. Maybe.
What is this thing you call a cup of coffee?
Exactly. In those HFY shows, it's so funny because these Marines will be sent to some world to like fight aliens and shit. And like the first thing they worry about when they get there is like if there's any coffee. You know what I mean? And they're just running around looking for coffee and Spam and shit. And of course, because in that particular guy's AI generated stories, humans are like the apex predators of the universe. And if you're an asshole alien and you think it's going to be a good idea to pick a fight with the humans, typically it's going to go bad. And I mean really bad. Because somehow or another, we evolved on a death world. And we're the only intelligent, sapient animals in that galaxy that evolved on a planet with the level of gravity our planet has.
I'm sorry, what are we talking about?
There's an AI generated sci-fi story channel.
Oh, I knew it was going to be one of these. I knew it. I heard it, and then my brain said he's talking about those crazy sci-fi things where I told them to fuck off, and that means get married in their culture, and now I'm the emperor. Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah, but I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the war ones.
Where they find out humans were the ones you didn't push to the edge because despite having no interstellar travel, we're complete badasses compared to them. Yeah.
Because their excuse is we live on one of the most highest rated death worlds they've ever met. We've evolved in gravity that's like 40% higher than any other creature out there. And we've spent tens of thousands of years killing each other. So when it comes to killing aliens, we're really good at it.
You know what I call that?
And the aliens always get mad because like the humans do weird shit like drop bio or chem weapons on them. And the aliens are like, wait a minute, we got rules. And the humans are like, we didn't sign your rules. It's like,
Yeah,
all right.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, well,
And then the aliens detonate an antimatter bomb right over the humans' heads, and the story is over.
yeah, well,
Well, they just pushed the moon onto us.
Yeah, they just crashed the moon into us by attaching a hyper jump warp sled to it or whatever.
see, you
God,
guys,
I hate that lazy
the way you
shit.
guys are talking really sounds somewhat traitorous.
Have you met humanity?
Yes. And if there's one thing we're good at, it's being assholes and killing people.
Yeah, I don't remember that being one of the virtues.
I didn't say if there's a virtue, I said good at.
Yeah.
You can be good at bad stuff. You know that, Shaw, right?
Clearly.
Well, it turns out compared to the rest of the galaxy, humans are really good at basically killing everything.
They're also good at deluding themselves.
Well, boy,
They're
don't I
bad,
know
though, at
that.
creating AI fiction, surprisingly. Huh.
Boy, don't I know that. Deluding themselves. See, listen at you jerk offs sitting over here being all like,
Wow, that jumped up a notch.
yeah, being all like, well, there's just no way possibly under any circumstance humans could be better than freaking tribbles.
Wow. When the fuck did either of us say that? You
That's what
fucking,
the
you're a woman.
implication is, and you know.
Stop arguing like a woman.
Okay. But I still think that was the implication.
You're arguing like a woman. I think your implications are wrong.
Well, it does have
The lack of accountability.
that I was born under an incredibly emotional star setup.
Again, he proves our point. Wow.
I mean, what am I supposed to
You know,
do? I'm Aries, Leo, Aries.
I never thought I'd tell you this.
Stop
but I
thinking
fucking
that has
hate
any
you.
actual meaning or value.
Oh my
Astrology is
God.
the most,
Shadow, you disappoint me.
again,
You can't even tell
Stop.
when I'm just effing with you. Hardcore. See, Bear knows. You can tell Bear knows because he looks like he's getting ready to get a migraine. But Shadow just don't know. He's like this innocent, naive child, just not knowing stuff.
Did you see the meme I posted on your Discord, James? Just for you?
Not yet, and I'm not looking at anything until I stop streaming because, as I said,
All right. I'll do it a different way for you.
this old computer
Hang
will
on.
catch on fire.
catch on fire or something.
on.
I mean,
Electrocute
know what
the
it's
hammers
up
that run
to.
it.
There you go. I'm sharing it for you right now. This is
All
AI
right.
fiction I want. Fuck, it always cuts us off with the heads on the bottom. It pisses me off. God damn it.
yeah, that would be a fun book.
Hang on. You got to read the bottom, which we can't see because of your stupid thing.
Oh, a very naughty fanfic.
By a very naughty fan. So instead of being
Well,
Margaret
there you
White,
go. Get on
it's
it.
it's by a very naughty fan.
I mean, get on it. Astrology, so you're mentally ill. Bob Vecna, you must be of the school of shadow, which is to take everything literally. I mean,
No, I just despise even the mere mention of astrology.
that sounds racist.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, then. I have nothing further to add.
What did Shadow break now? I wasn't paying attention.
He says he hates everybody who likes astrology.
I didn't say it quite that way, but that'll work.
Wow.
And I was
That's
like,
really-
that sounds not racist. And
There's
he
a
said he
lot of
didn't care.
people. Well, astrology is just racism for women.
Kind of. You know what's crazy? I
Well,
don't even know what
believe
the
kind of
list.
astrology it is. But when you play that Korean game I played, right?
No, for fuck's sake.
Listen, just hear me out. When
All
you
right.
meet somebody,
That's my line.
you meet, yeah, that is your line. When you meet like one of the Korean girls and you're talking to them, it gives you the option to ask what their personality type is. And they'll always tell you it's like, well, I'm a 1B89. And I'm like, I don't even know what that means.
Bitch, I never even seen Star Wars. What the fuck you talking about? 1B89 bullshit.
And I'm sitting there like, what does that mean? And do they actually do that in Korea? Like,
Is it like the
take the personality test and then
yeah, fuck those.
asks everybody about the personality test. Yes, but the thing here, Andre, is we kind of like 80s girl metal. Or at least the people who sang it.
Yeah. Joan Jett, the
Oh my
biggest
God.
heartbreak in my life
Right?
as a young man was to find out that she's probably a lesbian. I was like,
Probably.
oh, man, come on. Well, she's never
Probably.
come out. She's never come out.
They
but
won't
she
let her.
plays- But she plays pride festivals all the time. So, hey, yeah.
Who is they?
Yeah, who's
Her
they,
manager.
Shadow?
Her
Her
manager.
manager? Okay. If
Oh,
you- if
dude,
you-
Yeah, I
you
don't
look
think she gives
If
a
you
shit
look into
what
her life
manager
story, there's a couple of really interesting videos out there. She was like sheltered and like controlled like Tina Turner in the early days.
down,
It's crazy.
down.
Yeah,
down.
and because of that, she ended up being like very naive for like a very long time, not knowing that people could do certain things because she was forbidden to do those by her handlers.
I don't
really
give a
sad.
damn about my reputation.
But
I
yeah,
like
she was
Back on the Chain Gang. That's a good one.
That's the Pretenders.
yeah, I couldn't stand
Oh,
them.
damn it.
What? The fuck's wrong with you? Chrissy Hine is a gift to the world.
I didn't like her.
Oh, well,
Yeah, he also thinks that Fiore
Scarlett Johansson is mid.
mid. So
Yeah.
And I wasn't just basing her on her looks, even though she does look like she fell out of a truck stop.
I just don't know. He's so negative.
so bitter you'd spit him out. Oh my god.
Right? It's like why are you so negative?
Why do you hate fun so much?
Right.
What made you think that?
Joan Jett
Your
and
mouth? The way you
oh my
talk?
god, they were awesome. I love rock and roll.
I loved it. I love Joan
Crimson and
Jett.
Clover. Her version of Crimson and Clover is tight.
Yeah, it's
I wouldn't call it tight, but it's like
Oh
her
my
first-
fucking Christ, Shadow. Let me guess. The original version from the 60s. That's tighter than her version?
No, I would use a different word to describe how good it was.
I'm sorry. What word are we using today, Grandpa?
It
Groovy?
just
It
when
was
I think
down
of things that I
with
would
it?
describe as tight.
Look,
I
I don't want to make anybody mad here, but like tone policing people's words, that's a very like Karen bitch thing to do.
It's
No,
a
it's
very
just the word
fucking
doesn't-
Californian thing to do.
I don't know if the definition fits from my understanding. Of
What is the definition of tight when it comes to music or a good thing? What does tight mean?
kind of along the lines of precise and showing like a
Tight is
high
awesome.
technical.
Tight, that shit's tight. Means good.
Shadow's overthinking the shit out of this.
Oh boy, is he ever.
Well, you got to understand, it's a new word for me. So,
But the word tight is English your third, fourth, fifth language? What's going on over there?
in its slang definition, yes.
All right, how about this?
Okay, Shadow.
Okay, hang
let
on,
me
Shadow. I'll
help
make it
you
easier
out.
for you. I'll make it easier for you. Her version of Crimson and Clover is tits on toast. Okay?
I'm gonna make it easy for Shadow because you know I
Yeah,
adore
considering
him.
it was her
You don't make
first-
it easy for anybody. What are you talking about?
I adore
James?
Shadow, so I'm gonna make it easy for him. Shadow.
Huh.
If you start dating this chick, right?
Mhm.
One thing you want her to be is
a virgin.
so tight.
Tight.
Trust me, that's not going to be a problem.
Now think about this: when she was in the Runaways, legend has it that she and
how
Carrie
can you
Curry.
so like on purpose miss the whole point, Shadow? The point is, how did that word become that word? Because people like tight vaginas, okay?
I don't know if that's where that came from, but if you think
That's
that
why it's the slang that it is. It's tight. That shit is tight. Unless you like prefer roast beef, I don't know. I don't know what you do.
no, I haven't had Arby's in a long time since I heard that. It was like, oh dear God.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, bro, I'm sitting here trying to help you out and hook you up to the lingo, and you are going out of your way to be as difficult about it as humanly possible. And it's like,
Oh no, I'm busted.
it's like, wow, look at this guy. Oh, Shadow will never live that down. Passerby,
Dude, I've dated 30 women better looking than her, minimum.
Sure, you have.
Oh my God,
I fully believe you.
she's not that. Without
when you
makeup,
plug them in a bar and take them out into the woods of California and then bury them in a shallow grave. That's not dating.
Gotta start somewhere. Gotta start somewhere.
Jesus Christ, that was good, James. That was good.
Well, you know, it's where most of them come from, the West and the
I
Northwest.
mean, just because that's your standard of hotness, that's.
Who are we talking about? Scarlett Johansson.
So there's a difference between saying she's mid
standard
and saying she's not my type. The big difference
She's
between
not my
those two
type
statements.
because she's not gorgeous.
One is a declarative statement of fact. The other is a statement of preference. You chose declarative statement of fact because you're a fucking boomer.
You know the other thing he did, and you
No, I'm Gen X.
No, you're not. You pretend you are, but you're fucking early Gen X, which is the ass end of boomer.
You weren't even here for it, Bear, when he said that
What
he
happened?
didn't think Sydney Sweeney was very hot either.
I don't like her face.
Lord of mercy with this one. What we gonna do?
I don't like her face. It's.
Him come from the other side full of stupid.
Hello, taxi.
You don't
Must be new
like
around these
your
parts.
face.
I don't like her face. Yeah, I don't. It's just.
I am so curious to know exactly what about Sydney Sweeney's face you find to be such a turnoff. Is it her beautifully symmetrical everything and her beautiful blue eyes?
Stevie
and
Nicks
her
was gorgeous.
blonde
Absolutely
hair. So Stevie Nicks is gorgeous, but Sydney
Was
Sweeney is
now
not.
she's a train wreck. Okay, let's be fair. She's always been a train wreck, but she's always been gorgeous.
You know, this kind of shit just makes me want to shit myself.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
I'm not going to, but it's like,
she's.
A, it's gross, and B, it smells.
yeah. And my wife,
You know
would
what
not
though?
be-
It would be hysterical to watch. Because the.
Oh,
the
you
look
wouldn't know. I would keep it secret.
on-
I'd be like, ooh.
Now we know that face. If we ever see that face,
You know, like I'd be like the little kid with the diaper full of poop, but he's like trying to act like he ain't got anything going on. You know how some kids will do.
Mhm.
You got to run them down. Oh yeah. What is this stream about? Whatever. Right now, it's about trying to understand the brain of a boomer ass Californian who apparently thinks both Scarlett Johansson and Sydney Sweeney are not very attractive.
Are mid.
sorry, she's not that. She looks like a million women I've met. Just saying. And
Okay,
was not
again,
impressed
you
by
like these big hyperbolic numbers that you like to throw around. 30 women better than her, a million women that I've met. Like, stop your lies, Grandpa.
I wish
Just be honest and say, yeah, okay, California, I've been to. Yes, 6 foot fucking blondes grow on trees in California. I understand that. But I can assure you the women in fucking Montreal are better looking than California and more natural looking too.
I don't know.
We have diversity of beauty. We have it's
Like we
insane.
don't.
No, you don't. I've been to California. You have fucking hippies and fucking blondes that want to be on fucking TV. That's what you have. And the stream of them.
Was that
And then
before?
the occasional good-looking Mexican or black woman woven in.
By the time they get done with all the surgery they're going to get, they all look like gelflings anyway.
Seriously.
Like the chick on The Boys. What the
I've never
F
seen
was
them.
she thinking?
What did she do to her fucking face, eh?
She made her look like a gelfling. She looks like freaking. She should be running around.
I'll be right back, guys. I got to take care of something.
Like she wasn't super hot to begin with, but she was cute.
She's cute.
You know what I mean?
She's adorable. She should have rode that into the ground.
No, she did the same thing. What's her name? Fucking Bridget whatever's diary there. That actress.
Yep, effed herself up.
You know, fucked herself up with plastic surgery because they're all insecure and psychotic, and they're surrounded by a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yep, don't get it. And now she does not look pretty. And every
At
time I'm
all.
trying to watch the show, I'm like trying to ignore what she looks like. And yeah, Starlight or whatever. And it's just like, this is some bullshit right here. Like, why did you do that? I don't know.
I mean, she wasn't a smoke show, but she wasn't hard on the eyes.
Yeah, she was cute. She looked like the all-American Midwest girl.
Yep.
And now
Indiana
she looks
girl
like a
on those
gelfling.
Indiana nights.
So, you know. And now she's a gelfling, and she's hunting for the Dark Crystal.
Gelfling.
Well, the first thing to find the Dark Crystal is they've got to climb up a mountain and go to Maxine Waters' house and then see if she's got a shard of it.
Wow.
But Maxine Waters don't know which shard is the actual shard. So that, yeah, I mean, that might sound a little racist, but I don't give a shit. The puppet in Dark Crystal looked just like Maxine Waters.
I thought it looked like Whoopi Goldberg. It was just a premonition of what Whoopi Goldberg would wind up looking like.
Okay. I mean, kind of, yeah. I could see that. It would be so hilarious if they got rid of Whoopi Goldberg from The View and then got the people who did that puppet to like hide under a table or something and just have her there talking shit about.
That would be pretty funny.
I mean, people might actually watch the show if that happened.
I would.
That's what I'm saying. You know, if you had the crazy freaking old puppet lady just going nuts, they could probably get rid of a couple of the others and replace them with Skeksis. And then for your the token Republican, they always try to put on a show, have one of those mystics. And just have them going at it politically, though. It'd be like, so, yeah, the mystic would be like, well, honestly, I'm not a big fan of unfettered immigration. And then the Skeksis be like, that's because you're racist.
Yeah, I hate to break the news to you. Actually, you need to flip those two fucking roles because the Mystics were like the liberal fucking hippie Californian potheads, and the Skeksis feel way more like they belong in a boardroom. Just saying.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Don't confront me any. I mean, so we got a bunch of Skeksy, the token Skeksis, and then some mystics or gelflings, and then Maxine Waters. And they're all just hanging out, talking shit to a bunch of women that really should be at work or something, but instead they're sitting at home on their ass, probably not cleaning anything. Man, I saw this woman, she made a YouTube video short, and she's like, yeah, my husband works, and yeah, I'm a stay-at-home wife, but that don't mean I got to clean and cook and stuff. He can cook when he gets home. And I was just sitting there being like, bitch, you are going to be gone the second he finds a replacement. Like right now, he might be hanging in with you because you got some kids and stuff. But don't worry about it, because the second he finds someone else, you are so gone. Because you bring nothing to the table. Except herself. And maybe some illegitimate kids. And either way, nobody likes that. So, Shadow just kind of left us. I wonder if he's in the other room, like looking for a photo album of like all the chicks he dated. And he can come back and be like, check these chicks out.
Yeah, I can cut shit out of magazines too. I'm just saying.
Like Napoleon Dynamite. This is my girlfriend. She lives in Canada.
My girlfriend. She lives in Canada. You don't know her.
Right? Like, gosh. Yeah, that.
I hate these stupid llamas.
Yeah. Go feed Tina. And he's like, Tina, come here and eat, you fat lard. Pretty hilarious. But yeah. Not a huge fan. Sounds like AI generated by video. Yeah, right. With the new AI, you could absolutely do what I talked about. You really could. You could do all that shit. Now you might get in trouble for like stealing characters from like a much beloved, set of stories, but I mean, you could do it. Okay, what are we doing here? Yeah, I'm gonna have to get out of here in a minute or so. Bear.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta. Well, you heard. Well, one, I got to do
I heard your wife, but I don't know what the fuck she said.
Oh, I got to do my chores, and then the wife has to go and deliver something to one of our friends' dad. And she would prefer not to go alone. Just because. I don't know why.
I hear you, brother.
And then we need to have a talk about what we're going to eat for dinner. So, yeah, a lot of stuff going on. You know what I realized? Like, I troll a lot on here. I know I do. But Shadow is the best troll. Shadow is the best troll on this channel.
I'm humbled, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh.
No, I don't think you know what humble means either, but that's okay.
Shadow trolls you by being extra literal about everything you say on purpose, even though he knows what you meant.
No, that's
And then when you give him shit because he's being that way, he goes, I was joking. Clearly I was joking. And it's like, clearly no. It was the exact same. You said that to me the other day, you fuck.
Did I?
Jesus Christ, stop
just
smoking
kicking my
weed.
ass. I don't know what to tell you.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah, I think it's that California bud.
I can't lie or deny that.
Fucking California Gold's kicking your ass.
Yeah, don't blame
No,
Alzheimer's for
no,
your bullshit.
Yeah, your bullshit is 100% California.
Right?
California.
Sounds like an AI generated by videos with third person
Right.
photos. Oh, I meant to tell you. There's a reason why they'll never get rid of Whoopi, because she and her gravitational pull would take the studio and set with her.
Aha, fat jokes.
James's reaction was far superior to the joke. Just say it. Fat jokes. It was good.
But
fuck.
No, I like my version of The View better, where it's just a bunch of puppets from the Dark Crystal going off on whatever. That sounds way more interesting to me anyway.
I'm surprised somebody hasn't done that. You know,
Oh,
like AI
somebody
or
will
something.
now that we've mentioned it.
You know, because you've seen like those videos with the where they take somebody's voice, but then use like a baby saying it. You know, like baby Trump and
Yeah,
baby.
I've seen them.
They should just do that. Take the Muppet creations and then just give them Maxine Waters' voice and shit like that. Fuck, I hate that woman. Oh my god,
That's one of yours, homie.
I had nothing to do with it.
I don't believe you.
I'm a racist. I could have never voted for her.
I don't believe any of this.
No, she's one
I believe
absolutely
before you
just
started
sick,
hanging out around,
ratchet
like,
ass piece of garbage.
I think before you started hanging out around people like me and even Bear, you were probably the most hardcore California liberal ever.
Nope.
Like you were probably super voting for like you were on what's his name's nutsack.
No, that's definitely not true. To be honest, the first time I voted was the first time Trump was president.
Well, are you implying that you're somehow responsible for Trump being president by saying that? Well, that's pretty
No. I just didn't.
pretty
vote.
arrogant there, California.
No,
Yeah,
it was just very apolitical.
Listen, Silver Moon, calm your shit.
No. I wasn't into politics prior to that point
Yeah.
in life.
He broke the Navajo code, stubbed his toe, and he has to mention California.
No. I have lived elsewhere. I didn't
You
spend my
lived in
entire.
Virginia for a while.
Yep.
I don't know why you would ever want to leave
Uh,
unless you were moving to Kentucky.
because the actual place I lived, Buckrow Beach, was just white trash as hell, and I had family obligations I had to move back for.
So you're racist against white people now?
No, I just hate low class people who exhibit certain qualities or traits.
And yet you're on this show all the time.
Yeah, I don't see any of those traits or qualities. So
What traits and qualities are we having issue with?
just certain behaviors of
Such
of
as? I hate certain colors. Which ones? Certain ones. I mean, come on.
I'm actually not racist. That was one of the big things. We
I meant
had-
like to the rainbow. Holy fuck, you are racist. You went right to humans when I said that. Jesus Christ.
well, I'm not really prejudiced against any of the animals. They haven't really.
Yeah,
No, that's not true. I cannot stand raccoons.
Wow.
Yeah, I definitely don't like raccoons.
So what you're saying is you are
And
just
koala
not a
bears. I
fan
don't
of
like those
coons at
fuckers
all.
either. Pardon?
You're saying you really hate coons.
Not pronounced that way.
It is pronounced that way in the South. You go out coon hunting, you take the hounds,
Mhm.
and run down a
Yeah,
coon.
but you know damn well it has other connotations.
Not in Kentucky, it don't.
That's pretty surprising.
Just means, you know, a little stripedy faced bandit that you run down. And maybe some people might even eat them. Not me,
Yeah.
though, because
Yeah.
God, I can't imagine eating a coon. You know, that's just like, that's crossing lines to me, you know. I'm not eating a coon. I ain't eating a possum. It's not happening.
Yeah, possums are pretty nasty too, but
Now, I like possums, and I would never hurt one. I'm the same way with skunks, though. When I'm up there, if there's skunks on a property, I'm not running out there trying to mess with no skunk. I mean, why would I do that? You were waiting for the trash panda dumpster fire. Well, there it was. There it was.
no, Bruce.
Yeah, I heard that Shang Tsung died
Yep, I
yesterday.
saw that this morning.
And that is too bad. He was cool. But You know, only the good die young, to quote
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel. I mean, the guy who played Wakanda Man, he died, and apparently in real life, that dude was like practically a saint. And now this guy's dead. It's like, damn, man. Taking the good ones. Taking the good ones.
I don't know anything about the actor who played Black Panther.
That
He
dude
was
had
a very talented actor.
all of his time hanging out with kids who had cancer.
That's cool.
Like he was volunteering and just like really just a good guy. Everyone who worked with him said he was just Bosman, I think is his name.
I don't
Yeah, everyone who
Chad
worked
Boseman.
with him said that he was
I
like,
never saw the movie. I literally didn't know who he was until he died.
well, he's been in other movies, man.
Yeah, I don't watch other movies.
Okay, never mind.
What's
Never mind,
it
I'm
like
done.
being functionally retarded? What's that like?
I don't know. It pays really well.
Clearly, Rain Man. Clearly,
You know,
Must be doing something right. I don't know.
what's
I
it like?
I don't know either, which is why I find this absolutely fascinating.
It's like, hey, oh, I don't know what I'm saying. No.
The big guy upstairs must really have a soft spot for retards. That's all I can say.
He
He
does.
does.
They're considered
Wow,
to be God-
James and I are both all over that like fat kids on fucking M&Ms.
Well, no.
I don't want to. You suck.
In Orthodoxy, they're
I had to stop
considered to
eating
be God's
M&Ms because they were
special
just going right
children,
to my freaking
and
midsection.
we're called upon to defend and take care of them.
Well, then what the fuck?
What
I
what
don't
what the
understand.
fuck? What the fuck? What?
Well, if I'm functionally retarded, why are you guys always picking on me, man?
Because I'm I don't know. It's fun.
Because you're not the right kind of retarded.
Yeah, you're not the like, ooh, a
It's
United
not-
Way
it's not-
commercial
it's
retarded.
And I don't
You're
have
like-
enough documentation. Let me go
No,
get my
you're-
retard card out.
You're not the fun let's run a fucking charity kind of retarded, or John Cena's gonna show up on your last day retarded.
Well,
You're the-
I'm like,
You're that
The
holy
crazy
fuck
retard
that
strength
asshole who hangs
retard?
out at the pool club is fucking retarded, isn't he? Yeah, he's fucking retarded. I agree.
Yeah, you're like the negative parts of retarded, not the cool parts.
You give
So, like, the
retards a
violent,
bad
strong
name.
ones? You can't
Like
even give
one
me
of my favorite
power?
things when I was working is we would always take the engine down to
Thanks, George.
Bishop Brady's, which is where all the retarded kids live.
No, I'm
because the
definitely
church
smarter.
takes care of them. And
I'm
man,
definitely
they would
smarter
come
than I
out
can
and run
talk
around
embezzling.
and I mean, it made me so happy to go there. And you got all the Downsy kids and whatever, but they're like just the happiest kids you ever saw. You know what I mean? And they
You're
were
the
in their
kind
20s.
you're the kind of retarded that makes retarded kids call you retarded.
I mean, I don't want to be too mean to Shadow, but
I do.
now that I'm on to his trolling, though, I'm all like, yeah.
That's the point. He earned this. He earned every fucking millimeter of this.
because I was all
Okay,
like,
in actual length.
for a long time, I thought maybe Shadow
Shadow was more a
was
measurement of
slightly
volume.
autistic or something.
I know, George. It's all good.
Poking. I don't
Yeah.
poke nothing.
For a while, I literally did contemplate that Shadow might be autistic.
Shadow
Because
was
there's
what?
so many of them in the hobby, right? Now I realize he's just playing a role.
No. No, I'm probably on the spectrum.
See, that's just you trolling again.
Where's that link? I think Bruce. I think James said something about having to skedaddle.
Yeah, Bruce, I am apologetic, but I am going to be logging. Should have already logged out, but as you guys all know, it does take Southerners 20 minutes to say goodbye.
Let me make your life easier then. I'm out. I gotta go make supper.
Have a good weekend, man.
Thanks for joining,
Yeah,
guys.
no game tonight. Sorry, game got canceled.